Every day, it happens the same way. You put your key in the door, and before it even opens, you hear it. The scrambling of paws on the floor, the frantic searching through a toy basket.
And then the door swings open, and there they are. Your dog, tail spinning, eyes wide, and in their mouth, a gift. Maybe it's a tennis ball, a sock, or something they've never touched before. It doesn't matter. What matters is that they found something to bring you. For years, people assumed this was adorable but simple. A dog trying to share. A dog saying, "Here, this is for you." But what if I told you it has almost nothing to do with giving? What if that toy, that specific, urgently selected object, is actually a message? A very precise message. One that reveals something extraordinary about how your dog sees you. And what they feel the moment you walk through that door. Because once you understand what's really happening here, you will never look at that slawberry tennis ball the same way again.
Let's start with the behavior itself, because it's stranger than it looks. Think about it. Your dog doesn't bring you food. They don't bring you their bed. Without breaking stride, her head snaps down, jaw opens wide. They don't drag you to the window to show you a bird.
They specifically go for toys, or objects that feel like toys. Shoes, socks, TV remotes. And they don't just casually drop something at your feet. They search, sometimes frantically. If they can't find anything fast enough, they'll grab whatever is closest. A leaf, a piece of rubbish, an old chew they buried 3 weeks ago. The object almost doesn't matter. The having something is what matters. And here's the other thing. Watch your dog's face when they do this. They're not calm. They're barely holding it together. Eyes wide, body trembling slightly, tail going so fast it's almost a blur. They are overwhelmed. And that's the first clue to understanding what's really going on. When you walk through that door, your dog experiences a flood of emotion. Neuroscientists have studied what happens in a dog's brain during reunions with their owner. The results are striking. Dopamine spikes, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, surges, heart rate increases. Your dog's brain, in that moment, is genuinely overwhelmed with positive feeling. And here's the problem. Dogs don't have many ways to express that feeling. They can't scream. They can't jump up and down and tell you they missed you, at least. They can't do those things effectively. So instead, the body finds a release. And for dogs, one of the most natural releases of excitement and emotion is carrying something in their mouth. Animal behaviorists call this displacement behavior. When an emotion is too big for a dog to process directly, they redirect it into an action. Retrieving something, anything, gives that overflow of joy somewhere to go. It's the same reason excited dogs sometimes spin in circles. Or sneeze repeatedly when they're happy. The emotion is simply too large for their body to contain quietly. So the toy isn't a gift, it's a pressure valve.
But there's a second layer here, and it goes deeper, much deeper. Dogs are descended from wolves, and wolves, even after a successful hunt, do something remarkable. They carry the prey back.
It's not just about the object. It's about the return. The ritual of coming back to the pack with something in your mouth signals one thing above all else. I was out there, now I am here, with you. Your dog has been alone for hours. In their mind, in the ancient part of their brain that still remembers the pack, you were out there too, and now you're back. The toy is their way of participating in the return. It doesn't matter that you were the one who left and came back. In that moment, the ritual is what counts. The greeting, the object, the reunion. This is millions of years of instinct expressing itself through a squeaky rubber duck. There's a third reason, and this one is almost counterintuitive. Have you ever noticed that dogs almost never bark when their mouth is full? It's not a coincidence. Some behaviorists believe that dogs who carry toys at the door are actually managing their own behavior. They know, through experience, that when they greet someone they love, they get overexcited. They jump. They whine. They bark. And on some level, many dogs have learned that this isn't always welcome.
So the toy serves as self-regulation, something to do with the mouth, something to focus on. It's the dog's way of saying, I am so happy right now that I need to hold something so I don't completely lose control.
The toy isn't just an expression of joy. In some dogs, it's a coping mechanism for joy. It keeps them grounded. It keeps them present. Which, when you think about it, is a kind of emotional intelligence. Here's the part that matters most. Not every dog does this. Pay attention to that. Dogs that bring toys at greetings are almost always dogs with a very specific relationship with their owner. A strong bond. Research on dog attachment styles, yes, this is a real field, shows that dogs form bonds similar to how human infants bond with their caregivers. Secure attachment, anxious attachment, avoidant attachment. Dogs who run to find something to bring you when you arrive, almost always securely attached. They are so certain of your relationship that their only problem is how to contain the joy of seeing you. That toy is not a random act. It is a declaration. You are important enough to make me feel this way. I searched for something worthy of this moment. You are worth the searching. So now you know what's really happening. What do you do with it? First, always accept the toy. Even if you're tired, even if you're in a hurry. Take it, hold it for a moment. To your dog, refusing the gift isn't neutral. It's a signal. If you ignore it or push it away, you're interrupting the ritual they've rehearsed in their mind all day. A simple thank you, in whatever tone you use with your dog, is enough. Take it. Smile at them. Let them know the message was received. Second, don't reward the barking or jumping instead. Some dogs stop bringing toys because owners accidentally reward chaos more than calm greetings. If the barking gets more attention than the toy stops happening, and the calm, deliberate greeting ritual disappears. Reward the toy, reward the calm. Third, notice what they bring you. Dogs who know their owner's scent preferences often choose toys the owner has touched before. Dogs who are particularly bonded sometimes bring their favorite toy. Here, this is for you. Not just any object, but the one that matters most to them. That is a remarkable thing. To give you the thing they love most. Tomorrow morning, or tonight, or whenever you next walk through that door, watch what happens. Watch the searching. Watch the urgency. Watch the way your dog looks at you when they finally have something in their mouth.
That expression, that ridiculous, joyful, barely contained expression, that's not a dog trying to impress you. That's a dog who has spent the last several hours waiting for exactly this moment, and they wanted to show up for it properly.
They wanted to have something, anything, to mark the occasion. Because to them, you coming home isn't routine. It is the best part of their day, every single time. If this changed how you see your dog, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to understand every signal your dog has been sending you, we have a lot more to cover. Subscribe, and we'll decode them one by one.